doing the wheel bearings on the Yamaha Rhino 660. It's the 660 Rhino. We're going to do the wheel bearings, and we're going to replace the factory cooling fan with this aftermarket. And here it's got the shroud connected to it. They're saying these will make the radiator cool off better because it generates more air around the radiator fins than your factory style radiator fan, which only cools the middle of the radiator. Let's see in here. So we're gonna get that a shot. But I had problems out of the wheel bearing on the back here. It's got some play in it. Probably can't see it now that I got the wheel off. But we got new wheel bearing seals, new stud and lug nuts. Because boogered that stud up. Because I changed the wheels. I had the ITPs all the way around. And I got these rear Honda rims, which is the same bolt pattern, but I need to run the open style lug nuts because these acorn kind are not deep enough. So I went to tighten them down. I broke off this one, and then it really boogered that one up. So I got new lug nuts, the open style lug nuts as well. So we're going to get this off of here. Sit you guys down right there. I'm going to get some tools. Gotta find the right socket here. Okay. So we're gonna start by taking this axle nut loose. I gotta get the right socket. What size is that? Oh. Yeah. Finally got the right socket. So we're going to blast this off. got to remove the axle nut in order to get this hub off here. And guys, focus in on the front. Now I got that axle nut on finally. Now we gotta take these bolts right here off. We're gonna have to pull this whole assembly out. So we have a bolt there and the washer there. That's loose. That looks like that. 14. 14 millimeter. Yeah. Now we got the whole assembly off. And the spider coming down here. There's the whole assembly. And now we're going to have to knock these bearings up out of there. So we're going to go press these bearings out. So we just got the seal out, and just look at all that dirt that's back there. Mud, dirt. The thing about these bearings is they're seal bearings, so they're going to go out real easy. So now we got it in the press, and what I did, I took a socket. This is a 46 millimeter, and I kind of shaved, I had some burrs on it, I kind of shaved it down, grind it down a little bit so it can sit right on top of the bearing so I can press it out. And I'm thinking there's two bearings inside of the housing. I'm thinking it's going to push both of them out. So what we're going to do here, there we go. Now, got it in the press. I'm going to press them out. As soon as I find the stick for the press. I don't know if that's working. No O-ring or snap ring in there. I definitely pressed them together. Don't really like doing that. Like to me, they come out to the front. I could be wrong, they could come out to the back. So anyway, let's regroup this thing here. So, trying to press it out, broke my Allen mites, grease fittings, and notice there's like a little thin wall in here that keeps this bearing from sliding in. So when I was pressing, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just pushing this bearing in tighter. So I took the long punch tool I made with the hammer, barely caught the side of that other bearing in there, and was able to hit it till I got it to move. It's starting to come out the back. So you can't press it out. You have to knock it out of there, unless you got something small enough you can stick against here on the inside to press it this way, and press the other one that way. But since I already started knocking it out, that's what we're going to do. We're going to just go ahead and knock it up out of there. So. One bearing that disappeared. There's a spacer in the middle. Little spacer here. And look on the inside. There's like a wall on the inside that keeps this bearing from sliding. That's what I was talking about. So you can't press it out. You can knock it out, or you can take something. Like for instance, I got an old trailer ball here. That won't fit. You can find something small enough to press against the race of this other bearing. You can get it out of there, but we're just going to go ahead and just knock it out. Yeah. Bearings out. See, these are seal type bearings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the seal off the new bearings. I'm going to pack them with some grease, and then I'm going to put the seal back in. That'll kind of protect them, because the grease that they put in from the factory don't last very long. But you can easily press the bearing back in. So that's the outer part of your assembly there, and that's the backside part. So what we're going to do, and you got to remember that your little spacer here goes on the inside between your two bearings. So what I'm going to do going to get me a seal pick. I'm going to pop this little seal off here. Out of there. So we had the seal pick. And what I'm going to do, take it, gently stick it in there. Try not to damage the seal. And pop her out. I stabbed it a little bit, but water can't get it. So you see it has factory grease in there, but that grease don't last that long. They don't put that much. So what I'm gonna do, just to double protect it, take some red wheel bearing grease, and I'm gonna go around it. I'm going to pack my own grease in there on top of that grease, just to give it a double coat of grease. Probably just going to do one side. You want to just smear it in there and take your finger and turn it. Mix it in there real good. Once it turns, it's gonna get in there anyway. So on these ATVs and UTVs, they take a lot of beating on the wheels against these bearings. So you want to try and lube them up real good in case water gets in them. See, it's packed pretty good there. So now, what we're going to do is take this seal, press it back down in there real good. Nice and tight. So this one's ready to go back in. So we'll put this one on the front. Just take the grease off my hand. Now I have a choice. I can either press it back in or knock it back in. I can probably just knock it back in using the vise. And we'll use the socket that's big enough for it. So we're going to knock that back in. Nice and tight. So I'll bring you guys closer. The shop is just so messy right now. So many projects going on. Just like that. So then what we're going to do is the rear out of there. We're gonna do it the same way. Pop the seal out, the seal pit, and just look at that. That's the factory grease. Look at that. There's hardly none in there. I mean, that's ridiculous. So we're gonna pack it. That's why your bearings wear out so quick, because they just put a drop of grease in there. They figure since it's a seal bearing that it's gonna last forever. This one didn't hardly have any grease in it. I'm gonna just take it and spin it. Just for shits and giggles. This side's got grease in it. We're gonna go ahead and put some more in this one because it was dry on that other side. They only put it on one side, which is weird. Hold it with 2 fingers, turn it. You can turn it either way. Mix that grease around in there real good. Put your seal cap back on. You can tell there's a lot of grease in there because now I got grease all over there. So now it's wheel stud time. Got the new wheel studs, and as you can see, that one's jacked up. It's kind of bent a little bit, and that one is just totally stripped. So we got to press these out of there. How we're going to do that? We're going to have to hit them out. Something like a hammer. And 1. There's 2. Now we got the new wheel stud ready to go in. I'm going to get it flush on your vise if you have a vise. Or you can use the lug nut and draw it on there. I prefer the hammer on there. Now, 2 new wheel studs. So let's go put it on. And I had to turn the seals around because I had the seals on backwards. Didn't do it. Probably want to clean that up a little bit. Cleaned up the race a little bit. Yeah, not the race, but the sleeve that's on the spindle. Put a little grease on it. That back on. The little flat spot on your axle, flat the nut down to the little flat spot. Use a screwdriver or a punch. That just keeps the nut from backing off. You don't want to be in the woods and the wheel fall off. Alright, now we get some grease. Grease is the Allen mites. Grease pretty good. Touch the grease gun. Put some grease in these. grease till they come out. Get too much grease. Sounds good. There you got it. Everything's greased on this side. You got a little flat spot hammered in for the axle. Now it's time to put the wheel back on. So I'm gonna finish this up, finish the other side, and then we'll put the fan on. Now we're going to install the cooling fan on the back side of the radiator. And I'm going to have to take the radiator out to install this. So that means these coolant lines here have to come off. Because you have to pull the radiator completely out to install it. So you got two coolant lines here. And you got 4 10mm bolts. I think it's 6, I believe, that holds the cooling fan. You got one here, one here, one here, and I think it's two at the bottom down there on each side. So let me get this cooling fan out and we'll go from there. So in order for me to get this fan out, I had to disconnect the shock. Well, it's just not just the fan, the radiator and fan. I had to disconnect the shock to give me clearance to get it out of here. But now what's catching me is that little fork looking thing right here. It's right against the fan. And I had to disconnect my brake line from that bracket. So it's hitting the plastic shroud of the fan. So I think I'm just going to do more of that. And then it should be clear. I took all these bolts here off. Got one at the top and the bottom, and then on the other side it's 4 of them. And you disconnect your oil cooler because it sits on this bracket right here. That's just hanging. So let me fold that bracket back so you can get it out. So I was able to get the radiator and fan out, and boy was it a tight squeeze. Like I say, I had to bend these little forks back here because they were rubbing the back of the fan. And I undid these bolts here. There's one here, one down here at the bottom, and 2 on the other side. And I took my shock loose, all the hoses, and I was able to wiggle it up out of there. Here it is. This is the radiator. Now we got the fan. And she goes on like this. And you use the 4 bolts that was on your existing fan. So I'm guessing it don't matter which way it goes. Well, the wire's on that side, so evidently it's got to go that way. But it just sits onto your radiator. You want to go ahead and spray your radiator out. Do your coils. Be a good time to do it now while the radiator's out. You can get all that hard mud and stuff out down in there that you can't get to. We finally got the fan in there, and I'm letting it run. Make sure it's going to kick on and off. It was a job. Get it back in. Should be kicking on in a minute. Still waiting for the fan to come on. Haven't kicked on yet. Fan works, got the wheel bearings on, studs, lug nuts. That's it. Now it's time to hit the trails.